Hello my dear viewers, welcome back to Ruhoni Sewing. Welcome back to part 4 of our series of spaghetti strap dress, and today we are going to make some adjustment on our pattern. I have linked the previous videos in the description box below. So without further delays, please let us start. So as usual, here are materials needed. We have our pattern here. We have our ruler. This is a straight ruler, curved ruler. We have pencil, square ruler. We have here our tape measure. We have our sample piece of the dress. We also have our pattern paper. Okay, so here is our dress. As you can see, it has fitted me well, but there are things which I would love to change. For the neckline, for the front neckline, it has fitted me well. I have no problem. The only problem I have is the position of the strap. As you can see where our bra is and where our strap is. I would have loved to move it a bit, an inch to the left and to the right. Okay. Also at the back, I would have loved to move the position of the strap as well, a little bit to the left and right. Again, when I turn to the back, the real problem I have with this part of the arm side, you see, I think it is too revealing. Even you can see our bra can be seen here. Even when I turn to the other side, it's the same. So I would have loved also to correct this part. If the material were enough, I would have loved the length of this dress to reach the ankle, but it's okay the way it is. But for the flare, if you look at the back, it's okay, but for the front, I feel it is too much. This is a square line spaghetti strap dress. Remember, I talked about the position of the strap and modifying the arm side. But I will not make those modifications on this pattern because I've already made it. I'm going to make the modification on this V square line spaghetti strap dress. I'm going to make the modification on the neckline as well as on the amount of flare for the front pattern. So first, our neckline, I would have loved for it to be a little bit deeper. Okay. For the back neckline, it's okay. I will only move the position of the strap a bit. Okay, so on our pattern, I've drawn the front pattern only up to the waist part because we are going to have modification here at the top of the pattern. So here is our V neckline pattern. Place it on top of the pattern we've just drawn. This is our bust line. Align it with the bust line of the pattern we've just drawn. At that time, making sure that the center front of these two patterns align well, and then secure with a pin. For the side seam, it might not align well. Remember, we made changes with the side dart. We are going to start with the position of the strap. Measure 1 inch from the shoulder and put a mark. Now take your ruler and connect the point from the shoulder, the one you've just made, to the line of the dart. Okay? Here we are going to draw just a straight line, as you can see. But remember, under normal circumstances, this line is curved here around the bust. Measure 3/4 of an inch up from the end of the arm side. Measure from the pattern we have just drawn. Okay? And then put a mark. And then redraw the new arm side from the position we've just made. Okay? Here is our new arm side. Okay, so you can see the position of our strap, it will change. This is our new position of our strap from our original. Okay, so it will move a bit further. But if you remember, the position of the strap for the V neckline was not a problem. Okay, but you can see from this drawing here, it will move a little bit further. So now let us draw our arm side. from that point here to this point here. So before we continue with our modification, I want to show you the modification that you would have done on our square neckline pattern. Okay, this is our pattern if you remember, and that is our bust line. So as usual, we are going to place our bust line, aligning them to the pattern that we've just drawn like this. Okay, so remember it aligns well, and we are going to start with our arm side here. This pattern has seam allowance added, but as usual we would have extended our arm side up. So after that we would have drawn our new arm side, and so before we continue, let us secure our pattern first. Okay, so now I can show you properly. So you see this is our neckline. Okay, so with our modification we would have extended this line up to here. Okay, our new neckline line, and then you see the position of the strap, it would have moved to this part here. Okay, so from this original position I'll drop the line up to here. So this would have been my neckline, and that will be the position of our strap. And then after that I would have drawn the line for the new arm side and continue as needed. Okay, so that's it with our square neckline pattern. Now let us continue with our V neckline pattern. Okay, so this point here is at the same location as the one from the bottom pattern, and so we are just extending that line up to that point at the bust line. Okay, so that is our new line, and remember our strap, original strap, was 5.5 inches. So now let us measure this strap. How long will it be? It is the same, 5.5. So now it is time to draw the new arm side. Remember, from the point we've just made, take your ruler and draw the new arm side, touching this new arm side we've just drawn. Okay, draw your line as shown. So that is our new arm side. So let us leave this line now, and let us take care of our neckline. Remember I said it was too high. I wanted to drop it some few inches down, and so remember our original measurement was 5, and now I want to drop it to 6.5, 1.5 inches down from the original neckline. That is the point. Now take your ruler and connect from here, this point, to that point there with a straight line, just like that. And remember we are joining to the point here. Okay, and now that is our new neckline. So let me use a red pencil. Okay, this is our new point. It is on the bottom pattern. Now let us draw the neckline and the arm side. Okay, and that is now our new pattern. But remember, the neckline as well as the arm side are not the straight line, so use your curved ruler and redraw the neckline and the arm side as well. So here I've already added the seam allowance, this second line, the second red line, but our original pattern is this one here, the bottom line. Okay, so now let us take care of our hem. We said we wanted to reduce the amount of flare. So this is your hem, and so we want to reduce some amount of the flare, and we are going to measure 2.5 inches. Put a mark. Okay, and then take your ruler and connect this point here. Okay, not that one at the top, it is this bottom point to the point that we've just made at the hem. Use a ruler which can connect these 2 points. Okay, so draw a straight line connecting these 2 points as shown here. Okay, so here is your line. As you can see, this line has not altered anything here at the bust. It is only here at the hem, at the bottom. And remember, we said we do not want to have sharp corners, so measure like 1 centimeter and redraw the hem as we did before. Okay, so now we are moving on to our back. Okay, I have already attached, as you can see here, the bust line aligning with the bust line of the pattern we've just drawn. So just to save time, I have drawn here the arm side. As you can see, this is the second line. Okay, I have extended our arm side, and this is a new line for the arm side. And this line here is our new neckline. It is just an inch from the original neckline, the dotted line here. Okay, so that is the original point of our strap, if you remember. Okay, and now we have drawn our new neckline, this one here, and now we want to move the position of our strap either on this side or on the other side. Okay, so now we have already established that our back neckline is straight, this line here, and now let us talk about the strap. We will move our strap from this point here to the left, to this point here, which is like an inch from the original. And then after that, we are going to draw the arm side. Okay, so remember, we measured 1 inch from the shoulder. We wanted our strap to be there, 1 inch from the shoulder. Put a mark, and we are going to draw a line. That line which is going to join the point we have just marked to the line which is starting from the bust. Okay, this line here. Remember, this was the original position of our strap. Okay, so our strap would have been here to the new neckline, but we want it to move a little bit further from this original point. Okay, like 1.5 inches from this point. So we are going to measure and put a mark like I've just done there, and then we are going to draw a line. This line is helping us to measure the length of our strap. Okay, so this will be now our position. So this line here in red, that is the new position of our strap. Okay, and you can see it is a bit further from the original point. Okay, so now if this is our original point of our strap, now we are going to draw an arm side from this point here to our arm side. Okay, and remember, we are starting to draw a straight line, okay, connecting these 2 points, and then later on we are going now to redraw our arm side, because remember, our arm side is not a straight line, it is slightly curved. Okay, so we are done with the modification. So here we have our arm side, and from here this is our neckline. Okay, so before we forget, let us measure the length of our back strap. It is 7 inches. Remember, our original was 7.5, but now we have 7 inches. So here we are going to redraw our arm side. Remember, our arm side from the bottom pattern, we start from there. Okay, so redraw the line, and for the flare we are going to leave it as it is for the back piece. So I just wanted to stress out that, for example, here we are having the pattern that we made for our square neckline. You align the bust line as we did with the other one, and follow the steps as we did with the other pattern we've just finished. So the final product, that is our arm side, is a bit higher from the original, and when you look at our neckline, it's a bit deeper compared to our first neckline and the pattern, and this is a part of our flare. We have reduced the flare at the hem. And for our back, you can see our original, this is original pattern, and the one with the red is our new pattern. Okay, So I hope you have understood well the tutorial. Thank you very much. This is our original pattern, that is our front, and this was our back. Okay, here is a sample from the modified pattern. I really love this part here of the neckline, front neckline, and for the back you can see the position of the strap as well as the neckline. Thank you so very much for watching.